I don't want you to start throwing this right hand out there too fast. I want you to keep it in here. Now move your hips real good into the pitch. Hips, right? Go ahead. Look at the pitcher. All right, that's it. Now pull the bat through as you do it. Don't get them too straight. Keep them in here. Now let's try something. Extend your hands. Extend your hands. Now try to get started from there. Nothing, right? You'll admit it's better there. Okay, let's keep them there then. Now just move your hips and push the bat towards the ball when you move. That's better. That's moving. Do it again. That's it. Now don't look down. Look at it. That's it. That's it. Now let's try that one. It's a little better. A little better. Do it again. Don't look down. Look down. Look at the pitcher. Now you're still starting. Hold it. You're still starting. There. Just keep your hand in pose and moving your hips. Move your hips and pull your hands through with your hips. That's better. That's better. Do it again. That's better. Isn't that a better swing? Do it again. Looking down at the ball. What are you looking at? Golf? This isn't golf. Baseball. All right. That's better. You keep working on that. Look, don't start getting your hands out here to start with. Keep them in here. Look. Right there. See? Right there. Hands right here. Right? Okay. Next. Reaching for the ball. Why do you think you're always reaching for the ball? That's what I would think too. Well, why don't we get a little closer? Let me see how you are. Come on over here. Give him a little leak that right here. Right hand in. All right, now there's the home plate, and there's the pitch. Well, now you are quite a ways away from the plate. That's a pretty good swing. Hit a low ball one. Bend down to it. That's the boy. Do it again. Do it again. Don't swing so hard. Style's all we're looking for. Swing down a little bit. Do it again. Swing. Do everything like you're doing. Just try and stay down and pick it up a little bit. That's better. That's pretty good. Do it again. That's pretty good. Look, hold it. Do it again. Do it again. Now look where you're looking. You're looking out this way. I want you to start following through and wondering where you're hitting the ball. Follow through. You don't put it here, but there. Right? Okay, let's try that. That's better. Oh, you're still looking back at the pitcher. Let's look at left. That's okay. That's okay. Do it again. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that swing. What do you say you do? Oh, you're too far away from the plate. With a swing as good as you got, move up on the plate a little. That's all you have to do. Just think of being a little quicker, right? Okay. Very good. Right over there, yeah.
My name is John Green. I'm a dead pull hitter, just like Andy Kretz.
Left or right?
Left. And I moved away from the plate like you told me, and I still find myself pulling the ball, and I can't even touch the outside pitch.
Yeah, all right. Now come on up here a minute. Don't swing hard, just show me your style. And I'll show you what you didn't do. All right, how were you at one time? How were you to start with?
I was really,
all right, how were you? Go ahead. That's the way you were. And there's the pitcher, right? Okay, do it again, just easy. Not too hard, not too hard. Okay, now, what did you do? You moved away from play.
moved away.
Okay, okay. Okay, now, get to your original spot before. Give me a bat, son. Give me a bat. That's the way you were before, huh? Okay, now swing one from there. All right, I'll do it once more. Get your stance. Hold it, hold it. There. Go ahead. Now, go ahead. All right, now, show me where you went to. All right, now hold it there. All right, hold it. Now you see what you did? You moved away from the plate, but you got the same relative stance that you had, right? Now, when you moved away from the plate, do you agree that you should be hitting a ball further back? If you're right on top of the plate, the only place you can hit the ball is out in front of the plate, isn't it? Huh? Now, as I move away from the plate, you got to hit the ball further back. Now let's look at these two marks here a minute. You didn't make any correction there, because if you moved away from the plate and don't make any correction here, the ball is further away from you for sure, but you don't hit the ball with as much power. Why? And your stroke isn't as long, is it? Huh? So, how can you compensate for that? No. Get the bat on your shoulder. The bat on your shoulder. Now, if you keep everything the same and moving away from the plate, you're going to hit the ball further back, so your stroke becomes shorter. So, all you have to do is keep your front foot there, turn a little more this way to get a further start further back, right? You know what I'm talking about? In other words, I'm on the plate here. That's one thing. But if I get back to here, why, I'm only going to hit him here. But if I keep my back foot there and turn, I've got the same stroke now, so I'll hit it with just as much power. I won't pull the ball, but I got an advantage to hit the ball straight away. Right? You understand what I'm talking about? Try that a little bit. Okay, very good. Well, that's a matter of trying to hit the ball too hard, too far. Just think of hitting the ball hard, but staying within yourself, you know? Staying within yourself. Okay, yeah.
Could you tell the boys about the importance of pepper and maybe the right technique?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I've always believed in, and something that isn't done very often, and that is you don't play enough pepper. Ability to get the bat on the ball is all important. Some guys get the bat on the ball and don't hit with power, but that's technique. That is something you got to work on, to strive to elaborate on the ability that you've got of hitting the ball, but doing it with a little more power. Now, so the only place you can really do that, and do it a lot, you can have a round of batting practice, and lucky if you get 10 good swings. But you can play pepper and get 500 swings, and if you play a lot of it during the day, and it's a lot of fun, you can play a game, and you're always practicing getting the bat on the ball, 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 getting the bat on the ball. And it's the best practice you can do. So I think that everybody ought to think in terms of trying to get in as much pepper as you possibly can. Another question. Right over there, somebody had a question. Didn't get it. All right, right there. I already asked you. All right, another one. These guys speak English. You speak English? Right there. This guy right here. You speak English? Yeah.
He's a home run hitter today.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the one that hit the ball.
Does he speak English?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Okay. He didn't pay attention. That's all I was wondering. I just wondered what. All right, go ahead. I can't hear you.
Ron Watson.
Yeah?
I'm hitting the ball solidly, but it's always going on the ground. And I don't know if
Let me see your swing. Come on. One of two things when you hit the ball on the ground. One of two things. One is you're not using proper hit back because you have to break your hand if you're hitting in the hitting area. The other thing is you're swinging down. Now go ahead. Let's try this. Not hard. Just half swing. Look at the pitcher out there. All right. Okay. Go ahead. Do it again. Do it again. You're a little. Look. You do get your hips into it, but you get them in after the thing is done. The first thing I want you to think about when you're starting to, I'm not going to step in. First thing I want you to think about, look at me here. Watch my back foot. The first thing I do is that I turn that first thing. Now you're swinging and then turning. See? Now think of that. Just first thing you're doing is that and swing slightly up. Look at the pitcher. That's better. You swung a little flat. Swing up a little. Bend your knees. A little better. Still a level swing. I like to see it a little more up. That's a little better. Follow. Look. Don't swing and follow here. Follow through. Follow through. Don't break a rib or something. Not too hard. Not too hard. Okay. First thing, think about that. Think about lifting the ball, even though there's not a pitch. You're going to get under it. You're going to get under it. Low, high, you're going to get under it. But you hit too many ground balls. Right here. Well, how can I tell if I haven't let them see to it? All right, that's pretty close. That's pretty close, buddy. Let me see your swing. Look at the pitcher out there. That's pretty good. Now you swing down, you know that. Did he swing down? Did he swing down? Do it again. Swing down. Now, don't try to swing, Mark, from here. Try to pull the back and move your hips with it. Turn your hips. And you got to turn that back foot. Look at the pitcher. Look at the pitcher first. Look at the pitcher first. Look at the pitcher. And try to get a little more hips into it. Try to get a little more zing. No, you're doing like this instead of moving your hips. Moving your hips towards that pitch. That's all right. Do it again. Still swinging down. Still swinging down. Nope, you don't start lifting like that. Start lifting, bending and trying to lift. Do it again. You're looking down. You're looking down. Don't look down. The furthest you should be looking down is out in here this way. Okay? That's where you decide you're swinging. Go ahead, do it again. All right, you just keep swinging. Now let me see you swing 4 or 5 times over there without even a plate. Look, just swinging. Do it again. Swinging. Do it again. Swinging. Do it again. Swinging. Do it again. Just do that for a while. Just keep swinging. Don't look down. Don't look down. All right. Do it again. Now you see his swing. Watch this. Watch this. Do it again. Do it again. Come all the way. Now that's a pretty good study right here, boys. You watch this young guy, Mark. He does something that really is not quite right. Now you watch him. His arms are pretty near through the hip zone, and then he moves his hips. Now watch this. Watch it. Go ahead, Mark. Now, see, his hips come in late, don't they? The hips should come in first. Get your hips going, keep your hands back, then let your hands follow. But your hips are dragging your... That's better. That's better. Do it again. Is that better? Huh? That's better. Don't look down. Look at the pitch. No, you do it rhythmic. See, he's got to swing. He's got to start swinging. That's a little better. Do it again. Hips ahead of hands. Let the hips pull the hands around. Finish your swing. That's better. Okay, remember now. Hips ahead of hands, right? Okay. Okay.
Pretty close to the plate. Get the inside pitch.
I wanted to pull the ball, and as long as I could pull a ball against a certain type pitcher, I stood on the plate. I kind of defied him to the point. Why give him too much? That's what Smith's doing now. Giving him a little too much. Hell of a hitter, hell of a player. Big, strong guy. But he'll stay far enough away to play to let him nip at it, you know? I didn't want to give him a chance to keep nipping. That's how I felt. Now he got away from the plate because this bothered him a little bit. Then he got so far away from the plate that this was down Broadway, and he hit a ton there for a couple of years. Now they say he's far away from the plate, you got to pick him out there. That's the way they pick him.
Did you take the outside pitch to?
As long as that pitch out there in a 3 by 6 inch area, I took as much as I could until I had to hit it. Or I looked for it specifically on a pitch and said I'm going to try to hit it as hard as I can. Next. All right, let me see the home run hitter swing. Come on, buddy. Now, where's this boy from?
Bangkok.
Bangkok. Yeah? Are your parents in the military? In Bangkok? Are you a U.S. citizen? Uh-huh. And how old are you? Jeez. Let me see your swing. Not hard. I don't want you to swing hard. I just want to see your swing. That's good. Do it again. Do it again. That's good. Do it again. Now watch this boy sit. Now he's got a great swing. You're 13? You got an agent yet? Huh? Gee. No, you look like $1 million. Now watch this boy swing. He's got a great swing. Now watch his hips slightly ahead of his hands. Just swing ordinary, easy, just like this. See his hips make that first and move. Do it again. Do it again. That's great. Now, have you done a lot of swinging like that?
No.
You haven't done too much swinging.
Yeah, we had him on the batting field like us on the first week. He was swinging, he was the down swing.
He's got as good a looking style as any kid we ever had.
Yeah. But on the low pitch, he was swinging down, so on
Yes,
the batting field, we
yeah.
had him go up.
Do your swing again. Good point. I was going to just bring it up too. You see, his legs are pretty stiff. Kind of bend your legs a little bit, especially when you're thinking about a low. Let me see you swing same speed. You're good at a low pitch and kick it up. Now really get down to a low pitch and kick it up. Don't look down. You don't look down. You're always looking at pitch. Now, you have a tendency. Put your hands up. You have a tendency just because you're going to swing a low ball, you're going to drop way down here and make a big arc out of it. Instead of doing that, think of bending your knees and staying down with it, but you're still nice stroke. You get out here and it's just gonna be a big sloppy stroke. You know what I mean? Don't swing hard. Just bend down to it and pick it up. Now do it again. That's all right. That's pretty good. Get back to it a little bit. Now what you should do, you got a great swing, got a good swing, but you want to swing at imaginary pitches. You're not going to get all the hitting practice here, right? So you got to think that you're in wherever you are. Great stadium, Detroit, Chicago, New York, wherever. And play a little game, you say it's a low inside pitch. You're going to pull it hard into left field. And play the part. You know, here you are. You look at the pitch, go inside. Follow through. Make it concentrate, you know? You got a good swing. Good swing. Very good. When are you 14? September 17th. Another question.
Yeah, we hurt these young kids just to choke up a little bit. They wouldn't.
No, it never hurt any hitter to choke up. Any hitter could choke up occasionally on certain type pitches, certain counts. Right? Yes, sir. That kid did something nobody's ever done here. Kid went over that big diamond at 13 years of age. Even at 14, I don't think we had. Maybe one kid. Maybe the kid from Foxborough. What's his name? Kinlan. Kinlan. He might have.
Before he hit one over, he hit one off in one bounce.
Yeah, but he's got a great stroke. Are you playing a lot of baseball?
Yes.
How often do you play?
Play almost like every week.
Once a week or 3 times a week?
Well, we have practice 2 times a week and we have a game once a week.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
great.
twice.
That's great. You look good. You keep playing. You make a ton of money if you know, keep going. All right, let's another question here.
Dad, how should a kid adjust from one day he's making fastball pitches, the next game more of a control type pitcher, so he's not hitting off the end of the bat? What do you have to
Got to
yourself?
immediately say, I got to wait on this guy. He's not real fast. I got to wait. Or I'm not going to try to pull. Either one of the two. I'm going to hit everything hard up through the middle, and before you know it, he gets inside pitch. Boom, he pulls it. He pulls it. What do you think? Is this it?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, boys. It's nice to talk to you. Just remember, we've covered a lot of things today, more than you might think, even though you weren't called upon. But the 3 emphasis we had today was hips ahead of hands. The tell truth is your back foot has to be facing the pitcher. Pretty close. As you swing. Hips ahead of hands. Hitting the ball on the ground, you're generally too early. Hitting the ball in the air, you're a little bit late. How do you quicken up? First you say, I'm going to quicken up. And I think in terms of that, by maybe getting a little better grip on the bat, being a little more alert, feeling, or choking up a ½ an inch or an inch or 2 inches, whatever it takes, and you can see the guy pitching, and you say, boy, this guy's really tough. So just like that. And don't be afraid to choke up at any time. at any time. Okay, we'll see you. What most people think is the hardest thing to do in baseball. And just a little bit about our camp and to tell you some things that are close to all the coaches' hearts and a little advice that life. We all want to be good athletes, and I can tell you from a personal viewpoint that one of the things that I have always thought in my life, and I've been violently opposed to it all my life, was that I thought smoking, for number one, was a terrible, terrible detriment to your health. And over the course of my life, again, the Surgeon General of the United States has increasingly, over the last 20 years, 25 years, has said progressively that over the 25 that it's more injurious as time goes on. They're finding things out about it now that they didn't know 25, 30 years ago. And it progressively keeps to the point where, boy, they just, even today, they know how terribly harmful it is to your health, but are even getting more a reason to believe that when you're dead, well, it is deadly. It is deadly. So, from an old guy that you heard in 1983, you ought to remember just this little moment of what we're talking about. That smoking is extremely harmful to you. It'll have a terrible adverse effect in your later life if you get to have it. And so I'm sure all the coaches, and even some of them, might smoke. Some of them might even chew. But I think that they would even agree themselves that they know that they have maybe developed a habit that's hard to break. But they can tell you that they know in their heart that it isn't a good thing for any young athlete or any young kid that's hopeful of living a long and healthful life. So that little bit of advice is something that we like to talk to the younger players about, and younger athletes, and just give them that little start as far as how we feel about that. This is the second 3-week period in our camp, and from all the reaction of the coaches and through the tests and look-see that they had at you guys yesterday, they all agree that this is probably the best group of athletes we've had this summer. And it seems like the second 3-week period seems to get some of the boys that earlier in the year were on baseball teams that they couldn't come to camp, but now they have come for this second 3-week period. And as a result, we feel that you're going to have a real